Hi, good morning. It's a beautiful day. I'm on live, and if you are presently on live with me, you can send me some stickers so that I can know that you are already with me. So send me some stickers. Let me know that you are online with me. So, okay, so what's next? Today I'm going to be talking about AUD as usual because I got some messages from my fans that they would want me to talk more on AUD, as we all know that it has a global impact on the society. So today I'll be talking more on the impact. As we all know, AUD is alcohol use disorder, a situation whereby someone is involved in excessive consumption of alcohol, which thereby results to damage of the brain, and it also damaged the structure of the brain. So the impact of alcohol use disorder is far reaching and affects various aspects of an individual. The physical health is affected, the mental well-being is affected, social relationship is affected, and the quality of life is also affected. Now, AUD can lead to numerous health issues, as I said earlier on. It can lead to depression, it can damage the brain, it can lead to loss of control, it leads to memory loss, it can lead to neurological damage, and it can also damage the immune system, making the victim more susceptible to infections and diseases. So most times, the prevalence of AUD is crucial for because it involves there is a need for developing effective health strategies to, or we call them maybe prevention program in the treatment on the prevalence of AUD. And most times it usually involve healthcare professionals and policymakers, and the need is to work towards the ways of reducing the impact of this disorder on individuals, families, and communities. So most times these programs help, but the most important thing is awareness, because sometimes what you are not aware of, you may not really get involved in it. And as we all know that AUD, most times the victims are usually stigmatized, they experience denial, and of course many of them, they lack awareness on what is happening to them. So as I said earlier, there is need for a lot of awareness on this problem, AUD. So the management and treatment approach of AUD involves the use of healthcare provider, the mental health specialist, because it's a mental health disorder. It involves family and friends, and also support groups. Most times, it is important not to use stigmatization language to address the victim of AUD. Most times we address them with people living, or people with individual with AUD, instead of calling them by the word alcoholic. So those are one of the things that causes stigmatization, and most times they do not allow the victim to come out for help. So AUD is a condition which an individual experience rather but we don't define them by their identity most times because it's a condition which this individual experience. So we use that term to identify them, but not by their drinking behavior. With this can help in preventing stigmatization and making them more confident to come out for help, to seek help. So professionals can provide effective support for individuals with AUD so as to help them regain control over alcohol consumption. We also have to address this factor that contributes to the high prevalence of AUD. Healthcare professionals and policy makers have to work together to reduce this impact on families, because the truth is that it affects AUD victims. There is a way that this problem affects their family. So there is a need for policymakers to work towards reducing the impact on the family, individual, the community, and also the society as a whole. AUD affects physical health, mental health, social relationship, quality of life, and it also leads to legal consequence. So these are all the things that I spoke about in my last video, how it affects the whole group in general. So in the management of AUD, most times it involves a multifaced approach, in the sense that it addresses the physical aspect, the psychological aspect, and also the social aspect. So most times in the treatment of AUD, we need to help individuals to stop or to reduce their level of alcohol consumption. Imagine overall well-being. Improve overall well-being. I'm being distracted a little. Stop. Please. Stop. Stop it. So we need to help individuals, as I said earlier, about the treatment to stop or reduce alcohol consumption. And we also need to help improve their overall well-being. Then also we need to help prevent relapse. Then the key components of managing AUD. Most times we use the act of what is called detoxification, whereby the individual that experience severe alcohol dependence, they need to be medically supervised. So this act is detoxification, in the sense that because they are going through withdrawal symptoms, so they are being medically supervised in a controlled environment, and this act also help. Medication can also be prescribed to alleviate this withdrawal discomfort and also to reduce risks of complication. So this also helps. Then sometimes they also use what they call psychotherapy. So psychotherapy involves cognitive behavioral therapy, which is the CBT. And we also have what we call, under the psychotherapy, we also have what we call motivational enhancement therapy, which is the MET. So this also helps the patient to identify triggers and also develop coping skills to also help. They also help to change their harmful thoughts, which arises, harmful thought patterns, and also other behavior related to alcohol use. So this psychotherapy helps in a way, and most times it's often used. Then the medications, these medications also reduce their craving, and it discourages it discourages alcohol use and also helps them in a long term abstinence. So most times there's a support group which is also called Alcoholic Anonymous. It's a support group that help alcohol use disorder victims to stop, in the sense that in this group, you people that have gone through this kind of things, they come around to share their story, how they stopped, and also to encourage the AUD victims of where they can manage this problem and how they can also stop. So this encourages this alcohol use disorder victim to believe in themselves, and they believe that they can stop. So this kind of group also help the AUD victims. So, and most times we know that alcohol use disorder is definitely affecting us all, in the sense that if you walk on the road, sometimes you encounter an alcoholic, and most times when we see them, because of their lack of control, the way they walk, they stagger, most times we move away and we tend to avoid them, and avoiding them will not solve the problem, in the sense that we know that they are mentally not balanced, and that is the need for them to be helped. So most times, if we begin to create awareness about this, a lot of people begin to see that there is need to help this AUD victim, and there will be also need to create awareness on it. So if there is anybody that has interest in going into excessive consumption of alcohol, it tends to limit or even stop them from going into it. So of course, I know of an instance whereby there is a woman whose husband is an alcoholic, and most times anytime he comes from work, he gets to be drunk, and he comes home late at night, and the woman begins to complain and shout, and eventually the man beats the woman up. And after a while, by the following morning, when the man wakes up and the woman accuses him of being beaten by him, by being beaten by him, and the man will be like, "Wow, I did no such thing." And the woman, most times, she's always surprised that, "You did it, you beat me all through the night, and you are pretending as if you don't know what you did." And most times the man begins to cry and is sad, and it shows that he's not conscious of what he's doing. And that's why you see most times when people are involved in excessive consumption of alcohol, they lose memory. When you tell them some things that they did the following day, they are like, "Wow, I did this." It can be. So that's to tell you that they need help. And so eventually, when this woman discovered that this man has lost it, she began to seek help for him, and eventually was able to stop. So this affected their relationship, because even before then, the woman had already been thinking of ways of leaving the man, and the kids are involved and all that. But the moment the woman discovered that it is a problem which needs to be solved, the problem was eventually solved. So I think the major thing is lack of awareness. And most times these people need support. And support can come from Alcoholic Anonymous. It's a society whereby people that have been alcoholic before, that have suffered AUD and have, done away with the behavior, they come out to share their success story, how the journey went, so that they can motivate people that want to stop. So that's this support group is a way of helping people living with AUD. So they call it AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. So you can make your research. Then there is another one that we also have, which is the mental health professionals, the psychologists, the psychiatrists, and all those. They help people because they know that it's a mental health disorder. Because, as I said in my last video, excessive consumption damages the brain. And once the brain is being damaged, you need medications. So there are different kinds of medication. I cannot be mentioning them now here because it's not my job. I'm just a coach. So it's like that. So family and friends can also help, and this is also a very vital support system. Family and friends. Don't ever estimate that how powerful support from family and friends can really go a long way in this victim's life. Then online resources, awareness can help in the sense that there are some websites that can help people with this problem, where you can read and see solutions, or people that can help you. The professionals, they have a website. Once you log on the system for help, people that can help you as an AUD victim, you see lots and lots of help. So from there, you can know where to go to and how to, help yourself. So online resources can help. Then community health centers too. We have a lot. Even where I stay here in France, we have a lot of community health centers that help people. You are always welcome. They are always welcome at any time, in the morning, afternoon, in the night. You can even pick your calls. They have their numbers everywhere online. It's just for you to make a call, and you'll be directed, or they can even come visiting you. So it's like that. So most times this helps, and empathy also helps. Then access to effective treatment also help. Then using a supportive language. Don't use stigmatization language on them, because at the end of the day, it discourages them from seeking help. So the reduction of stigmatization is very, very important in helping AUD victims. And we need to support a creative environment that fosters understanding, empathy, and also access to effective treatment. So, and there are some approach that can even help to reduce this stigmatization. Education and awareness, of course, is part of it. Challenging stereotype. We need to counter any misconceptions. In fact, more by highlighting the complexity of AUD as a medical condition with underlying factors. Then we also need to involve stories, personal stories of people that have been there before. And most time we don't need to humanize AUD while sharing personal stories. So most times we should just insight more into the challenges, the impacts, and the recovery journey for these people that are living with AUD, the victims of AUD. Then media representation. We should promote media reporting of how to combat stereotypes, so that AUD can be seen as a global crisis that needs help. So most times we also use supportive language. We should see AUD as an experience, not an identity label. We shouldn't label them. So then, with all these things, I believe that we can help the victim of AUD. Then there are some strategies that can also help. Most times we advise the AUD not to go to events that may involve heavy drinking. So you should try to avoid triggers, because sometimes when you are in an environment where people around you are involved in alcohol, you may want to try it. So most times, if you know that you have this problem and you want to stop, it's better you avoid triggers. You don't go to an event or an environment where it's involved heavy drinking. So this strategy can also help. Then another thing is challenging negative belief. Sometimes our belief is a major problem at times. It's a stumbling block to our success, because the goal is to stop excessive intake of alcohol. But if you have a belief that alcohol can give you strength, or alcohol, like some people say, makes them sleep very well, this kind of belief will affect one, and it will not even prevent one from stopping. So most times there are some belief that you need to challenge. Belief relating to alcohol, we need to challenge them, because this can help individual develop a more positive, healthier life. So another thing is healthy lifestyle. Adopting a healthy lifestyle is very, very important. You need to help yourself by exercising regularly, by good nutrition. The a lot of people, they underrate nutrition. Nutrition has a great role in playing in preventing some unhealthy lifestyle. And as a coach, nutrition is some of the things we try to educate people on. You need to balance your nutrition. It helps your brain. The brain is a very important aspect in a woman's body, because a lot of people don't know that when you develop your brain, it can help you in certain areas of your life. Maybe I'll be talking about that in one of my topics today, because that's not what we are here for today. So we are talking about adaptive strategies. So we need to eat. I don't want to debate. So we need to take balanced nutrition, adequate sleep. All these things can contribute to a healthy lifestyle, and can also make it easy to resist alcohol. Then another thing we can do is distraction techniques. So what is distraction techniques? Distraction techniques are activities that occupy our mind, activities that we love to do. So these occupy our mind and our hands. And such activities are like hobbies, exercising, visiting a loved one, listening to music. So all this, they help us to redirect our focus away from alcohol craving. And that is why I tell people that if let your children be involved in exercising, register your children into fun clubs such as the table tennis club, the swimming, as they are growing and they are becoming teenagers. You register them into the swimming club, the tennis club, the gymnastics, badminton, and all these things, so that it takes their mind off all these kinds of problem. Because at the end of the day, sometimes when a child is idle, that is when he begins to think of all those negative things, and they may want to try it. But when they are equipped with activities, they don't even remember that they want to involve themselves in alcohol. Just like the way I said, awareness is also important, because when they are aware, they want to involve themselves in that. So you can also make use of relaxation techniques. Of course, a lot of people will say, they go into alcohol because of stress, they are tired, and they feel that when they take alcohol, they can sleep well. At the end of the day, you'll be needing more alcohol to make you sleep. If you try to take alcohol today and you sleep, and you feel like, oh, I slept well, the following day you will need like 2 cups of that alcohol to really make you sleep. And before you know it, you will begin to have AUD. So most times, like I said, belief, you have to do away with some belief. So in relaxation techniques, you can use deep breathing. We have different breathing exercises that can help you relax. Then we also have progressive muscle relaxation that can also help you manage stress. So all these things will reduce your desire to turn to alcohol. Then we also make use of positive reinforcement. That means you reward yourself for your progress. This helps you want to do more and believe in yourself. So positive behavior can reinforce healthy habits and also increase motivation to continue to seek recovery. So I think that's another thing that can help. Then mindful drinking. This involves being conscious of the amount and frequency of your alcohol consumption. So you make intentional choices. You discipline yourself in the sense that you are like, oh, no, 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 I'm not going to do this because I know that if I do this, this is what is going to happen to me. So these are one of the strategies that can help you avoid alcohol, excessive alcohol intake. And most times it's better for you to set realistic goals, because at times when you don't achieve your goals, sometimes you begin to get frustrated and you want to seek to alcohol as a reward. So most times I tell people, set achievable meaningful goals, and because this can provide you a sense of purpose and at the same time a direction, and and at the end of the day you celebrate your progress and your accomplishments, no matter how small. This can boost your motivation and confidence. So above all, the summary of this whole talk is about AUD, as I said earlier, and how we can help and manage people with this problem. And of course, we know that AUD is a chronic brain disorder, as I said earlier and in my last video. And this is characterized by the compulsive alcohol consumption. And eventually, it leads to loss of control, negative consequence on the health and life, ranging from mild to severe, and it also impacts on both the physical and the mental well-being. And causes of AUD are being influenced by genetic, environmental, and social factors. And some of the symptoms of AUD are craving for alcohol, loss of control over drinking, withdrawal symptoms, unsuccessive unsuccessful attempts to cut down consumption, then prioritizing alcohol over their responsibilities. And of course, the management involves behavioral therapy. So if you know anyone that is suffering from alcohol use disorder, it's better you refer them to seek professional help, and also to manage their stress, and also engage in activities that will take their mind off alcohol. So don't see them as a non-entity, or don't make them feel stigmatized. See them that they need help and show them the help that they need by directing them to the authorities that are in charge. All right, guys, I hope I've been able to pass deep knowledge on alcohol usage disorder, alcohol use disorder, anyhow you call it. And it is what my fans were asking of me, and that is what I have done today. So, of course, there are lots and lots of topics that I'll be sharing with you in my next video. And my next video is going to be something that will change a lot of people's life. And I really want you to stay tuned to this live that will be coming up, because it's something everybody needs to know about, and that is what I'm going to be sharing. So stay tuned, and I'll be posting when next I'll be on live, so that you can have notifications, and immediately you see the notification, you can save it on your phone or your calendar, so that you can be on live when I'm going to be talking about this information, this knowledge that I'm going to be passing to you guys. So if you have not subscribed to my page, kindly subscribe and follow me. Very soon I'll be having stickers, super stickers, super chats on my platform, and there you can then follow me up and sending me one of these things. All right, guys, thanks for staying tuned. So you can subscribe to my page if you haven't. Thanks for following me. Thanks for subscribing, those that have subscribed. And thanks for the beautiful message. This message, they are encouraging me to want to do more. And I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the good words. All right, guys. So I have to go now. So I hope to see you again. Bye.